Good evening. This is I am Raja Avula, Civil Service faculty. Today our topic is regarding Civil Service examination. What is Civil Service examination? Civil Service examination, also called as UPSC Civil examination. Commonly, it is also called by the common people like IAS examination. IAS examination. IAS examination, it is a craze. Civil Service examination craze in India. Civil service job also crazy in India. So civil service examination preparation is also very tough, but not impossible. It is possible because one should have more hard work than the intelligence examination. So it is a dream of the youth in India. Most of the middle class people, especially the middle class people, they would dream to become IAS examination. The middle class family in Indian society, every parent of the middle class family, they think about their children will children they were young. So it became a part of our tradition to think about the children by the middle class family. It is the ambition of the parents to IAS is the ambition of the parents as well as ambition of the children. So one should know about this civil service examination are also called as IAS examination. So this IAS examination or civil service examination is a paper-based examination, not computer-based examination. It is purely paper-based examination. It will be conducted by the UPSC, Union Public Service Commission. This UPSC established by the British while they were ruling in India. British they established. During the time of the British East India Company period, civil service exam would be conducted only at London. Indians, so they should go to London for the writing of civil service examination. 1868, first Indian would become civil services was Satyendranath Tagore, first civil servant, first ICS officer in India. Earlier it was called as ICS, Indian Civil Services. Now it is called as UPSC, Union Public Service Commission. To write the Union Public Service Commission examination in India started in 1922 onwards. 1922 onwards, the examinations are going to conduct in India also. What was the purpose of civil service examination? Coming to the point of the purpose of the civil service examination is to recruit various posts of the civil services. What are the various posts? Originally, All India services, three All India services. Three All India services. These three All India services are IAS, Indian Administrative Service, IPS, Indian Police Service, IFS, Indian Foreign Service. Not Indian Forest Service, that is Indian Police Service, Indian Forest Service, sorry, Indian Foreign Services. These three are the IAS, IPS, IFS are services called as All India Services. Central services, there are another services, central services, Indian Audit and Accounts Services, IA and AS. Indian Civil Accounts Services, ICAS. Indian Corporate Law Services, ICLS. Indian Defense Accounts Services, IDAS. Indian Defense Estate Services, IDES. Indian Information Service, IIS. Indian Ordinance of Factory Services. Why I stricken this? This would be selected through the only service. It would be selected through four means of ways. Civil service examination. It can be selected or recruited by civil service examination and engineering service examination. Engineering service examination, and also through interview, and also through the promotions. There are four ways for the appointment of Indian Ordnance Factory Services. That's why I strike of this. Indian Postal Services, IPOS. Indian P&T Accounts and Finance Services, IPTATFS, Indian Railway Management Services, Indian Railway Protection Force Services, IRPS, Indian Revenue Services, and Indian Revenue Services, CNCE, Indian Trade Services, ITRS. Those are the Group A services. Group A services, All India services, and also Central services, Group B services. Central services are divided into Group A services and Group B services. These are Group A. There are some other Group B services, and I have to explain once again IOFS. IOFS examination would be conducted through the Union Public Service Commission, Engineering Service Commission, and Civil Services examination. So, engineering post filled through the engineering services. Those are the technical services. Technical services would be recruited through the engineering services. Non-technical post would be recruited through the civil service examination. And this is the only service select through the by means of four means: CSE civil service through the civil service examination, ESE engineering services examination, through interview, through the promotions. So there are four ways selection for the IOFS. So IOFHS officers are selected through the combined medical services examination, which was conducted by same UPSC. So this is a separate service. Next to central services, Group B services. Group B services mostly related to the Andaman Nicobar and Pondicherry, Delhi, like Union territories. Armed Forces Headquarters, Civil Services, and Civil Services Armed Headquarters, Delhi, Indian and Nicobar Island Services. Delhi, Andaman and Nicobar Island Police Services, Pondicherry Services, Pondicherry Police Services, Pondicherry Civil Services, Pondicherry Police Services. So these are the Group B services. And coming to the point of the process for the recruitment of these jobs, there are there are three steps called as three-tier examination, three phases: prelims examination, mains examination, personality test. And I will explain in another video what are there in the prelims examination, what are there in mains examination, and what about the personality test, that I will discuss in the next video. Prelims examination, it has two papers, each paper 2 hours. Mains examination, it has 7 papers plus two qualifying papers, each paper 3 3 hours. So 2 papers, 2 hours, that is 4 hours. Three hours, 7 papers plus 2 papers, 27. 9 3 are 27. Personality test 1 hour. Totally 32 hours examination. This is total examination timing is 32. It would take 18 months. This I will discuss in another video. Next to what language they are going to give in the examination. In examination, they used to give questions either both Hindi and English languages. Hindi and English, only two languages. And for the writing of the mains examination, you can write any scheduled language of Indian Constitution. There are 21 languages, 22 languages in the Indian Constitution. Any 22 languages you can write in any script. But here, one thing you have to remember: if you start one paper, one mains paper, for example, you started essay mains paper. This essay mains paper, you should write complete paper in only one language. 50% of the paper writing in one language, 50% of the paper writing in another language won't be accepted. Yes, if you write essay examination, another exam you can write in another language. For example, GS paper 1. GS paper 1 you can write, suppose this you write you write in English, you wrote this paper in English. This paper you can write in any other language, even this paper can write in Telugu. You have to write one paper complete in one language. That should continue. That is unanimity. That means unity of the, sorry, uh, next to applicants. Nearly 10 lakhs, approximately 10 lakhs people would apply for the civil service examination. They could write only 50% people. Suppose 10 lakhs, 5 lakhs to 6 lakhs would appear for the prelims examination. Suppose there are 1100 vacancies. 11 into 12, 12,200 members would be write the 1300. 13,200 members would write mains examination. They could write the mains examination. Next to 1100 into 2, 2,200 members could go to the interview. 1100 would get the jobs. So this is applicants and how to select for the examination. After this age, the next doubt is age. Most of the people, they have doubt on the age. For the general category, 21 years minimum age, 32 years maximum age. Whenever notification release, that year August 1st, they would take that year August 1st. Suppose 2000, 2023, uh, 2023, 2023 notification released. By 2023 August 21st, they should cross 21 years. They should complete 21 years. General people, they should not cross 32 years. Even they are studying finally the examination, final year also can write the examination, can apply for the exam. Suppose January notification would be released. March would be the elections. March would be the final exams. They can attempt, they can apply in the January if they completed 21 years, and they should not cross 32 years. So reservations candidates, they have different. OBC, other backward class, 35 years. SC ST category, 37 years. The category which was belongs to the defense services and disabled people, they have up to 40 years age. This is age limit for the civil service examination. A number of attempts. Here we have so many doubts. Number of attempts: 6 for the general people, 9 for OPSC and PWBD general. No limits for SC ST candidates. For example, 6 for the general category. The maximum age for the general category, 32 years. Is it right? If one general category candidate started to write at the age of the 30 years, he has only 3 attempts. 6 attempt to 32 years, whichever is earlier. 66 attempts and 32 years, whichever is earlier. He has no right, he has no, he cannot write in the 6 attempts, or he has no qualification for the writing 6 exams for the age limit. He will not qualify after the 32 years. Next to 9, same like that, 9 for OBC and general category. SC ST candidates, they can start 21 years up to 37 years, they can write n number of attempts. All the attempts they can write from 32 to 31 years. Next to no age limit for the SC/ST candidates. That means 20, if they started 21 years, 37 was the last, nearly 17 attempts. They have nearly 17 attempts, like Muhammad Ghazni attempting on the India. So this is about what is civil service examination. In the next video, we will discuss pattern of the civil service examination. Okay, we'll meet again. Good luck.